I was told as a young kid, when I decided to leave school, that I'm a failure and I'll never make it in the outside world. I know what it's like to feel lost, and I know what it's like to be made to feel unwanted or unneeded or actually useless.
Wittedrift High is one of the top performing schools in the country. It accommodates students from all over Bitou.
The school celebrated its 160 years last year.
Despite being a small school, we still give learners the opportunity to do ample sports and cultural activities. And the school has that small town feeling, but we are in the heart of the Garden Route, which is an international destination. And I think that makes schooling here a very unique experience.
Something that we do want at the school is to make sure that our kids get the chance to further their studies at tertiary institutions.
The new engineering and design faculty at Wittedrift High is a groundbreaking initiative. It speaks directly to the skills gap that we are currently experiencing in Pietermaritzburg Bay. It will improve the retention rate and assist students that are struggling not to fall through the cracks.
So what I want to do is change the entire school curriculum. We've done it through the technical and engineering faculty that we are creating. The dream was to create a technical and engineering faculty that's part of a school building, i.e. it's not alienated. You know, going to Wynberg and seeing a facility that you've been part of the creation and seeing the passion and the look in the kids' eyes of loving what they're doing, loving what they're learning, and to see them working with their hands, it gives me more inspiration. And really, the success of the project is in the kids' achievements.
I think this faculty is also very, very important because it does not isolate students into different types of schools. Technical schools, unfortunately, have developed a little bit of a stigma, and students wanting to follow a technical education have tended to be isolated and not being able to take part in mainstream schools and mainstream activities. And I think giving students the opportunity to go to a mainstream school where they can fully integrated, no stigma attached, I think is very, very important.
From a young age, I've always taken an interest in making and building things. The design process, just from planning it to holding it in your hands in the end, is just hugely rewarding to me. Because of the faculty and the practical approach that's taken in learning, I'm now completely convinced of it as a career path. I think it's amazing how I've learned all aspects from counting screws to the reinforcement of concrete.
So for me, the reason why I chose Plet and Pacific Wittedrift has got a 160-year history. To have a school in the area that it is, where the closest technical school is George, and yeah, you've got a catch pit. Wittedrift is a catch pit. You've got from PE, Jeffreys Bay, East London, George, Neisner, and yeah, you've got Wittedrift High School, which is an incredible facility. It's got a great energy, great staff and principals. And when I went to go see the mayor about what my idea was, she was quite emotional, because what we're doing at Wittedrift is really making a difference for the community. What we've created is to build a facility that is the showroom, the showcase of how a building should be built to the highest quality. All the services will be exposed so you can see them. All the plumbing and drainage. We'll also create where you can see the foundations of the actual building and how the building breathes and works. You'll be able to see the water system. We are trying to make the buildings that are self-sufficient, i.e. water and power through solar. And these classrooms must be your inspiration of quality. So by creating a technical and engineering faculty within a school or a school curriculum is the most incredible opportunity for the industry and for the students to be able to learn a trade or to go into an industry at school level instead of waiting for them to finish school. It gives the kids the choice, and it's an auto-feeding system to the industry and to South Africa. We are completely behind the clock at the moment. We're desperate for tradesmen. We're desperate for engineers. We're desperate for architects. And we need to go and create those at school level.
The technical faculty at the school will definitely help people and businesses in this area. They will be able to do training there, and they will become in themselves entrepreneurs at one stage and be able to provide work for other people as well.
The Hands-On Foundation for me was to create a vehicle and a foundation where you can use to fundraise for specific purposes, and for me, my passion is technical education and education. The most important thing about fundraising is where does the money go? We've created a foundation that we take care of all the running costs, so that when you are giving an amount of money to the foundation, you choose the source of where you want it to go. We can track that money, that it's actually going to the source, and there's no deductions of any sort for running costs. So my brother and myself, who've created the foundation, take care of all running costs. So if we raise in 2 million rand, that 2 million rand is going to the source without any deductions. So the project is funded by donors. We at the moment in negotiations with the WCED, which is the Western Cape Education Department, who have committed to being involved. We build in the most incredible building, which has been designed as a facility that's got workshops, that's got classrooms, that's got storerooms. We cannot do this without you. We cannot do this without funding. We cannot do this without donations. So there's the funding for the build and the building. And when we finish the building gets handed over to Wittedrift High School. So the building doesn't belong to anybody, it belongs to the community. So we need you to help us to fund this building for the community. The other raise is the bursary fund, which is very important, because you need to raise money for kids who can't afford to go to school or to go to this facility.
Locally, I think this project will be a massive game changer for businesses and learners alike. A learner will leave grade 12 with experience in engineering subjects, whether he or she will further their studies or whether they enter the workforce.
Just think of the growth of the economy in Bitou, Plet, the surrounding areas, for a kid that can leave school today and can immediately be employed.
I don't think there are many schools where you can take engineering subjects in the morning, practice for rugby or the school play in the afternoon, and still go for a surf or a swim before the day is done.
This is a great chance for your child to come and have their specific talents enhanced at this school in a modern facility that will be available for them.
Everybody can get involved. Everybody can help and assist with fundraising. People can get involved from donating material, expertise, time.
One of the most powerful things is when a community pulls together to make something happen.
We can only do this together. And by opening these facilities is giving the children of today the tools and the opportunity to go and finish that tapestry and landscape together.